What's up, Cancer Gang? Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. We're going to read your tarot cards here today. These are general messages, so not everything I say will resonate with every single person out there. I hope you can take a lot away from this reading that motivates, empowers, inspires you. If you're not feeling that way, feel free to click off and check back another week. You are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. They are popping for you, Cancer. I keep pushing them back in. So we're going to do 3 cards on love and then 3 cards on money. So, there we go. Let's see. Can we have one more? All right, let's talk about love. Again, general messages, take away only what fits your circumstance or scenario, and also be open to this resonating in the future if it does not resonate now. Look how beautiful these cards look. I love it. Even the black and white backdrop, they kind of go together, right? I feel like even me saying that is symbolic. They just kind of go together, right? You may end up moving into some sort of relationship with an Aries, or moving into a house, a home, or residence with the person you are currently dating. If not, you might be making romantic offers to an Aries or vice versa. Potentially something leading to a long-term commitment, actually, with the Hierophant. You have both Aries and Taurus in terms of major arcana. And the Knight of Cups is sort of the hopeless romantic, the dreamer, someone who speaks emotions fluently, so that seems very Cancerian to me. And I'm sort of being called to say, just strictly from the depictions here, the person you may be matching with or going out with, whatever stage you guys are in, they may actually be a really nice counterbalance in terms of you guys both being able to teach each other something. This person on the surface may appear to be, I don't know, maybe a little bit withdrawn or a little bit serious. I could definitely see Capricorn, Aquarius, Scorpio coming into this too. But it's almost like you have to tap the well. I don't know why I'm saying that. You need to see what's under the surface a little bit more, because they may be able to teach you a lot about business or money or finances, and vice versa. You may be able to teach them more about, I don't want to say emotion. Of course they have emotion, but teach them to be a little bit more sensitive or intuitive, even to be more, use their environment to provide them with clues on their path, or to kind of tap into something deeper, tap into something more divine, or whatever you'd like to call it. The sun is peeking through. I feel like some of you may have a Leo spying on you. The sun is peeking through the clouds. So I don't know if you recently got out of something with a Leo. And it doesn't even have to be romantic. If you have, a parent that checks in on your dating life, or a sibling or a best friend who's a Leo, they seem to be interested, or not shedding light, but although that's another message too. Some of you may meet someone through a Leo, or you already have, or through your father for that matter. I know that's kind of an unusual message, but that'll make sense to some of you. Yeah, there's a Leo checking up on you, but I don't think they're openly asking. It's like they're trying to gather facts and information without having to ask you. And I'm not sure why that is. I'm not sure if that's for ill or... I mean, there's kind of like a warm vibe there, so I think it might just be someone who's checking in on you, who's concerned about you. Are you being nourished? I'm sort of getting the idea of Knight of Cups, quenching your thirst. So it's wonderful to put energy into your dating life and continue to do so. I think that's awesome, but make sure you're not sacrificing important things like your health, whether it's your physical health, mental health, or just stretching yourself too thin, right? If you're kicking ass at work and you have a full plate, rather than try and do both, maybe you need to delegate a bit more so that you have time to invest in this relationship, because it actually seems like it could be going somewhere. It's like someone making an oath or someone making a promise, right? The Hierophant is typically the one who marries you. And even if it's not marriage, right? Maybe that's not what all of you want out there. It does speak about legacy, setting it in stone, the idea of earth, fixed earth, right? Making this a thing that potentially lasts for as long as you want it to, right? So unless you're looking for a hit it and quit it type thing, which I don't really think you're getting from this, and I shouldn't phrase it like that. If you were just looking to casually date, which is absolutely fine, right? I'm not knocking that. you may be entering territory, that's funny with the Emperor, where this actually would require some serious commitment from you. So choose your people wisely. Simply make sure that you are on the same page as them. Let's see what let's see what the romance angels say. This person may come from a spiritual background or a spiritual upbringing, but has since distanced themselves from that. And so there may be something about a reawakening of some spirituality. It doesn't have to be like religion, but it might be. But I also think there's like a really beautiful opportunity for, I'm hearing convert. Interesting. You may come from different backgrounds, religiously or spiritually, and there may be, I want you to hear me out on this. This is not like getting into a relationship for the purposes of converting their faith. That's not at all what I mean. What I mean is there's information and insights to exchange, and you would learn a lot from each other, but you may reawaken some sort of faith or belief in something greater that this person may have lost sight of, or vice versa, Cancer. If you are, you are watching tarot, right? But even if so, you don't consider yourself a super spiritual person, that may actually be sort of a non-negotiable with this person. And I don't actually get the sense that they would force anything upon you, and rightfully so, right? That would be a red flag right there. But yeah, I just keep hearing the word, it awakens something, or it reinvigorates something. If you did go through trials and tribulation and lost faith or lost your beliefs or something, this feels very fated. This feels like it was a connection that was meant to be. Let's throw one or two of these on it. Try not to light my cards on fire. Light it up. Let's see. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. All right, Spirit. All right, I feel you. Give me one more for Cancer, please. For my Cancers. Oh, see, I almost did it. I gotta be careful. I don't know where I'm gonna put this candle. Should I move it over here maybe? Yeah, we're gonna do that. It's almost burnt out. Is that symbolic, Cancer? Are you almost burnt out? Let's see. Engagement and reconciliation. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of, you said it, commitments. Hierophant. Again, Taurian energy. Some of you may have very strong Taurus placements too. Keep that in mind too. Ideas or values that you were once committed to that you held to be an absolute. Some of you may over time have changed your mind and sort of wandered in a different direction. And I don't mean compromising who you are as a person, right? I'm just saying if you are very much like, I have to marry someone of this faith or of this background, you may be like, but I'm kind of digging the Aries, and it may contradict what you thought was going to be, but that's not a bad thing. Fixed energy is great when it comes to commitment and longevity, but there's duality to everything, right? So the negative side of that is that you can be too stuck in your own ways. You can be too stubborn. You could be missing beautiful opportunities because you require X, Y, and Z, when really some of those may actually be negotiable in order to welcome this really cool, whatever it is, friendship, romantic partnership, etc. And then you do have reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. First thing I got from that was possibly someone you connected with in a previous life. This is a very strong card of Pisces too, I do want to say, and something about the clouds and the dreaminess. Actually, that's really cool when you put those cards next to each other. Sorry for the glare, I'm trying to be cognizant of that. You can, it keeps wanting to be seen, it's like shiny. Yeah, look at that studio light. When you put these cards next to each other, there's very similar imagery about the clouds and the dreams. You may have recently had a dream about this person. And this person may live at a distance or may need to travel to see you. Something about family may have come into, if it was in this life and you think you know who this person is, there could have been a circumstance where they had to go tend to family or their family moved. And so it was almost like a misconnection because of a fated circumstance. There could be reconciliation there. Let me pull one or two more on that, because I know you, my Cancer boos, and you want to know about the person of the past. But as I would always say, you never have to take anyone back from your past, especially if they didn't treat you right. If they come to you with with a changed way, you can hear them out, but you certainly don't have to. But I know you guys are full of forgiveness and have very open hearts. So we'll see. Tell me specifically about the reconciliation. Let's give Cancer messages for their best and highest good, please. A new beginning. Spirit's like, I already told you. Quit asking. This is your Knight of Cups again, right? Interesting. He loves me not. That's what I'm getting with the picking of the flowers. And he or she, right? Gender is interchangeable in this reading here. I feel like this person is going back and forth about approaching you because it feels like they know they blew it. Or they think they did, or vice versa. It could be at one point in time, I don't know if you guys are already dated or you were friends. Whatever it is, there's confusion on if there's still romantic feelings there. But I mean, the card is reconciliation. So someone I think eventually will what is the word? Come to light. Someone will enter into your life, but it is not necessarily up to you and your timeline, Cancer. Leave it up to the divine, but these are really positive messages. So yeah, have faith. That's the biggest message I can send you off with. One or two more. Let's see. What would this person say? Whoops. Interesting. I'm so attracted to you and I feel you leaving me behind. So I'm actually wondering too, I wonder if these are two different people. I wonder if for those who are dating or single and looking, you may connect with, again, possibly an Aries or a Taurus, doesn't have to be. It's possible that you may have a Pisces coming back and or again, the whole thing with the Leo looking in on you, some of you may have a Leo who's quite interested in you, but they already see you on social media, you know, with this other suitor or this other person. And so it's complicated. That's probably the hesitation because they're not sure if you're available. So one more card. One more. I'm overdoing this, I can tell, but what can I say? You're my Cancer booze. I'm invested in you. Actually, give me one on each person. I'm honestly not sure if it's going to be different for all of you. For some of you, it could be two different people. For some of you, it might be the same. Give me one card on each. For the reconciliation person, ooh, the house. I don't know, maybe you shared a living space. Maybe they're involved in real estate. That's a clue for you to determine. Why is the house? This reminds me like the Addams Family for some reason. Or actually, I just watched a movie. Oh, I just watched, I don't know, this might be random, guys. I just watched Cruella with, the Disney remake with Emma Stone, which, by the way, I loved. Haters gonna hate, but I thought it was fantastic. Anyway, there's a scene where she ends up in like this fancy castle at the end and she goes to this big gate. I don't know why I'm telling you that, but something about that movie or Disney or I don't know what that is, but the Haunted Mansion, Disney, more Disney stuff. I don't know, did they work at Disney? Let's see what this says. Mature woman, distant horizons, wealthy man. Whoa, well, maybe this person recently came into some money. I don't know, maybe you did. This is something you had to mature into though. Whenever you guys first met, it wasn't, it was still a little fledgling, or it was still something kind of innocent. You guys both needed to go your separate ways to grow into who you were meant to become in this life. And had you guys engaged further, there would have been some sort of missed opportunity in terms of your own individual path. So once you commit to, whatever it is that you're searching to do or grow and build in this life, then the universe is saying, okay, now we can focus more on the partnerships. Because the thing is, this person is still there. It's just not, they might not be in your sight right now. But again, something about living at a distance. All right, and we'll talk about one more card. Yeah, something about like a spooky mansion, or did you guys go ghost hunting, or like you guys like went on a date and it was like a ghost tour or something, or I don't know, and it may have even been down south. All right, moving on. And of course, that's not going to be everyone's story. That's just confirmations for those out there who need to hear them. Courthouse engagement. Okay. So some of you, this might be literal engagement and marriage. Very cool. An unexpected income. If you're struggling to come up with finances or paying for the wedding or trying to find some sort of property that you guys can afford, again, if you're already kind of like in this and looking for a living situation or something to do with money, something positive is coming your way. So again, this is the same thing. Have faith. There's something about counting this is a metaphor, but like, throwing your pennies in a jar and like trying to save up, but it's only change. It really does add up over time. So there's something about changing what you tell yourself, the things, power of positivity. You may only be throwing, of course, metaphors, quarters in the jar that add up, but pretend they're like $1 million coins. Or do you know what I mean? There's something about thinking rich. It's going to allow you to manifest and actually grow rich. You do of money coming through on both sides of this, so I'm not sure why that's important, but I'm telling you because it's my job to relay the message. So yeah, it might be a huge focus on money in the coming months, but I would say overall it's probably very good. All right, Cancerian babes. We did sort of touch on money, but I did promise you a few more cards on your money sitch. So let's do that real quick. So just so I only have to say it once and not a million times over, I am going to read for money now. You can choose to view it through a different lens. I'm going to do like work, career, finance type stuff. But we are thus moving away from romantic partnerships. So anything I say in the next reading, I am going to view it as business partnership if other people do come up. All right, Cancerians, let's do it. What can I tell Cancer about their money in the coming month or so for Cancer, for my Cancer babes? I have a wire here. I have to fix it. It's like coming off. Hopefully my camera doesn't shake too bad. There we go. Did anyone else see Cruella? I loved it. It was so good. I love Emma Stone, though. She's the greatest. And Emma Thompson, for that matter. All right, here we go. Cancer, money, career, finances. Give me a little storyline for Cancer and their money. All right, let's see. So, wow, okay. Potentially, just as I said I wasn't going to read for romance. Cancer, you're killing me. Yeah, I mean, the Three of Pentacles is typically the card of teamwork. You may catch feelings for someone at work romantically. Doesn't have to be that. I would also say too, if you are in some sort of project or team dynamic, let's just remove romance for the time being and say there's two of you that are totally in sync and on the same level. It's almost like you intuitively sense the other person's energy. You almost have like a psychic connection with this person. That's going to be a very strong bond moving forward. And it may even, whether you choose to branch off from this or not, this is a very important collaboration. So make sure you are feeding it and nurturing it and treating this person well, because I'm hearing mainstay. Is that the right word? This is going to be a powerful connection, dynamic partnership in your life, but it might be in the very early stages of it. If you've been in a career or a scenario where you feel like there's like a lack of belief in your faith and talents by those around you. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but it does seem like it's your perception. This person is going to change the game there. But this person values and admires your confidence. So I don't want to say fake it till you make it, but more or less you need to believe in yourself because this person will mirror back what you put out. Reversed. Yeah, put your guard down. Okay, yeah, I think they came out in reverse for a reason because it makes sense to me. You need to put your guard down and you need to stop. I shouldn't say you need to, you must, right? That's not my intention, but I would suggest that you don't try and be a one-man band. Allow yourself to accept help, right? The idea of the single woman, the single man, the single whoever. In reverse, it's kind of like collaboration is what's due here. It would actually be very beneficial for you guys to participate in some sort of dynamic where there is strong collaboration and teamwork. I would even say, even in like your extracurricular activities, hobbies, if you are sort of like a rebel or recluse, that's not the word I'm looking for. If you prefer to be alone, that's fine. Recharge your battery, but make sure you are also seeking outlets where you can connect with people emotionally, because as a Cancer, my cardinal water signs, you're great at initiating emotion and connection. So live out your purpose as a Cancer and make sure you're feeding that area of your life as well. Some of you may have reached a point of trying to do something on your own, and the money might be okay, but there's something about now it's time to like open the gate to more opportunity, and the opportunity lies in collaboration. This is not a bad money card, but it is in reverse. So I'm wondering where you're blocking or denying your ability to double down on your money or to continue to grow, right? And I mean, the market's rough right now for a lot of people, but there's something about collaboration here. I will also say too, like, I guess merging. For my Cancer risings, eighth house stuff is important, meaning mergers and business partners, because we have Saturn sitting in your 8th house, again, for my Cancer risings, but that may resonate for some of my other Cancers too, if you have Cancer moon or something. What else can I tell you about this? A lot of you, again, at some sort of company or dynamic here, one person seems to be ascending faster than the rest, and so you and one other person may actually branch off and go in your own direction. You may be using similar tools or whatever, but what I'm sort of getting is you actually may become the competitor for a company that you're leaving behind, or something of the sort. But and I don't want to say you can't. You should do what you want, but if your intuition is, I want to do this, but I feel like I would be stronger, my chances would be better in a collaboration or a partnership, I think you're absolutely right. I think not because you can't do it on your own, because why wouldn't you use the benefit of having a like-minded individual to help guide you there? You need to stop spending money frivolously. You need to sort of tighten your belt a little bit, because I think there may be money in your future that needs to go towards some sort of business opportunity. So I think it's saying save where you can. If you don't have to buy the $5 coffees every morning, don't. Be smarter with your money. What else? What else for Cancer and money and career? Something that I'm not sure what to do with this, but something related to a church. I don't know if there's volunteer work or like a local group or like a community, and something about church is important. It might just meet there. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Tell me more about this. Some of you may end up doing client work. I'm hearing something about recovering addicts. I don't know if you're a counselor or you lead people through recovery in any sense of the word. It doesn't have to be, AA, but... Ten of Earth. Yeah, your work family. Growth and abundance. I like that. It may put you at a distance from your family. There may be awkward conversations about money with your family in the coming few weeks. Some of you are natural born performers. Some of you are going to get involved in marketing and advertising, social media. Some of you are going to start your own TikToks and social media platforms. And some of you are very witty, very comical. You have a very quick mind. So interjecting some humor into whatever you already do would be helpful at this time. And I think that's good advice too. I mean, for Cancers, you have such a big, warm, loving heart, but you do tend to be your harshest critic. So be able to laugh at yourself sometimes. I think that's a very good skill and gift to have. You're kind of like a snake charmer here. There's something about you that catches the eye of other people, and your family may not necessarily approve of what you do for a living. And it's not necessarily anything bad or super controversial. It goes against the tradition of the family. It might be something more entrepreneurial or I don't know what. But I get a sense that there's disapproving family, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't do it anyway, especially if it makes you happy. If it makes you money and it makes you happy, then haters gonna hate. Let's see. Some of you may end up seeking counsel from some sort of financial advisor. Some of you are going to be applying for a loan, especially for a house too, regarding a partnership, but it could also be an office space for you and your business. Or renting out an entertainment venue. I'm not sure if that has something to do with your work. You may work in the entertainment industry, whether you're the performer or not, or something in events, needing to rent venues or something like that. Libra season would be a good time to go after that. Some of you, I see you getting into a new space. Perhaps unexpectedly. Some of you are going to work as an agent or assistant or a PR person. Yeah, okay, someone may come to you with a long-term contract, and that might be unexpected. If you typically do gig work, if you're a lighting assistant on films or whatever it is, set designer, something that's more creative by nature, you may actually end up getting a proposal from someone in more ways than one, Cancer. But in specific, speaking business wise, you may get a proposal from someone to sign on with them for a long time. It might still be contracted, but it would provide you longer term stability than you've had previously. But with that, there may be some sort of small sacrifice you have to make in terms of putting some sort of individual dream on hold that may be blocked for the moment. And it's not even necessarily a bad thing. There's just something about the self right now. The walls are being thrown up and the universe is saying, not yet, not yet. We have to put this one to the side or on the back burner. Because, I mean, don't fret about that, because there's something that I just heard spectacle with this card. I mean, I love this card. This is actually one of my favorite depictions of temperance. Anyway, there's something spectacular or something really cool coming in. You have good money cards. It may involve some sort of risk or travel. We have to remember temperance in its traditional depiction is like Archangel Michael, right? The angel of love pouring one cup into the other, representing balance, moderation, this temperance, right? We have to remember, though, it's linked to Sagittarius, which I think is why I love this card, because it's just such a breath of fresh air. It's so refreshing, because Sagittarians are so witty and funny and comical and goofy and performative. And I mean, that's an element. I'm not saying all of them are, but humor tends to be very important to Jupiter-ruled signs, so both like Pisces and Sagittarius, right? So I don't know if you have a moon in one of those signs or that zodiac sign is significant in your life. You may and mentorship. You may have a mentor coming into your life where you learn a tremendous amount from them, but something about their energy at first may be very, I'm hearing opposed. You may be very opposed to hear them out because you may write them off as this like foolish person when in reality, they're actually incredibly wise. They just have like a very unique perspective on the world. They interject a lot of humor into what they do, which I'm going to say at Cancer, I think that would be really good for you. I think that's why this is fated. I'm hearing the words like socialite, social butterfly. You may garner a lot of attention in the next few months, so be ready. Are you ready, Cancer? I hope you are. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. Please remember to like the video, subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you soon for more tarot. Bye, Cancers.